Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matthew, as you know, and today I am going to give y'all my Jedi Survivor review. Before we get into it, right now Jedi Survivor Part 20 is sitting at 1,300 views in 2 days. That is really exciting, y'all. I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I just wanted to take a minute before getting into the real content of this video to thank y'all one last time so much for all of y'all's support on this playlist. This channel has absolutely been at a time where maybe in a whole video's lifespan I break 10 views. If you look hard enough, you could find old videos like that on my channel. The JFO playlist, the entire game, is 12 videos on my channel and garnered 1,000 views, a little over that in total. And with this final video of the Jedi Survivor playlist, you, ladies and gentlemen, have put this playlist at over 7,000 That just shows how much bigger this community's gotten. This playlist did 7 times better than the first game. So truly, to all of you who maybe just viewed one video, maybe you viewed them all, maybe you watched 2 minutes, thank you to all of you so much. I can't believe it. And I'm so thankful. So really, thank you. If y'all are excited for more content here with me in this community, make sure to hit the bell to stay notified for weekly Ahsoka episode reviews. I started this with The Mandalorian Season 3, but what I did was I recorded my reaction immediately after each episode so that my review would be 100% truth and not based off what the overall Star Wars community says the next day and what the overall consensus becomes. And it's truly my take. Those videos will be starting next week, so hit the bell to stay notified for those, as well as a Hogwarts Legacy review sometime soon, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla parts whenever I don't have something Star Wars ready. Without further ado, y'all, here is my review for Jedi Survivor. Now this will be hard, y'all, because I do have to take points away for this game for a few things, but I do want you to know before I sound like I'm roasting it that I genuinely did love this game and love my time with it. Now to start off, if y'all have seen the videos, you know that my biggest negative that I'm gonna have to take points away from this game on is it was absolutely marketed and told to us as fact that there were 6 fully free roamable planets, and playing this game, that is just a blatant lie. I'll have them linked below, but I had done 2 trailer reactions for this game before it had came out, and that was one of the things I was most excited about, is the free roamable planets and being to explore the backwater corners of the galaxy and all the little lore bits that Respawn adds in with the Force Echoes, stuff like that, and the scans. I still appreciated all the lore and the story. Respawn did a great job, but I don't see how more people are not annoyed with that. They just literally lied. Tanalorr is fully explorable in less than 5 minutes, which you can see in my Part 18 video. And then 2 of the planets are some metal facilities on rocks where you can't even step foot on a... I'm not hitting them on the technicality that it's not a planet. The entire 2 free roamable locations are just like factory facilities. So in reality, the only free roamable planets that we got in this game was Coruscant, Jedha, and Kobo. I already briefly touched on this in the ending of Part 20. Of course, Kobo and Coruscant, Jedha, all of them were an absolute pleasure to explore in the videos and on my own time just vibing and playing the game. They were all an absolute pleasure, seriously. But I really do feel like the Shattered Moon location as well as Nova Garen were both about the size of the Kashyyyk Imperial Factory in Jedi Fallen Order. Man, again, like, so many cool story things happen on Shattered Moon and Nova Garen, I admit, but it really does suck that the game was marketed as 6 free roamable planets, and 2 are just factories the size of the one factory on Kashyyyk, which is like an 1/8 of Kashyyyk in JFO, and then 1 you can literally fully explore in 5 minutes, Tanalorr. So I'm gonna take at least half a point from the game immediately right there. I think that going into Jedi 3 that I would absolutely prefer it to be more planets medium size. Of course I would prefer all large, but I feel like it's fair to say if you have played JFO and know about the size of Kashyyyk or Zepho, I would prefer, that's what I'm thinking of as medium size. I would prefer more planets all about the same size for Jedi 3. I think this is one of the rare things that JFO did better than Jedi Survivor, because Jedi Survivor improves on JFO massively, but JFO did the free roamable planets better. Some of y'all might really shake your heads at this, but I am actually going to take 0.3 points away from the game on puzzles. To defend myself and explain this, I covered this some during part 13, which was me building my endgame build for the rest of the game. I have met at least over 40 of you by becoming friends and playing together on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I was so surprised playing Battlefront 2 throughout recording this game, this series. At least 20 of you told me that you didn't get this game because of the puzzles. And I remember I was taken aback by that at first. Where I first came to understand them was in the second Jedi mission, which is part 9 in my playlist. You have this fast-paced, awesome Imperial machine all around this temple on Jeddah that you and Marin are fighting as they slowly start their romance arc up again. And it's all fast-paced storytelling. And then they hit you with a puzzle. And it's not like a puzzle where you can unlock a side thing like a stem canister or a skill point. It's this stupid massive door that blocks your way. So where I'm experiencing this fast-paced epic story, I had to stop in real life time for at least 30 minutes on this stupid massive door that you have to force push different crap around to try to open it. Not only does the puzzle not work in that situation because you're a Jedi that could just cut through the wall, but that was the first example where I really understood what a lot of you were talking about, where you were like, I'm not getting the game because of the puzzles. Then when I was fully turned to those people's side, even if it is a minority, was honestly in part 13. There were multiple puzzles that were required to complete the Wayfinder's Tomb. I'm sure it'll be fun for y'all. If you went back and watched part 13, the fun is you don't have to do it, I have to do it, and you can watch me be mad. So I understand that makes a fun video, but at the same time, it genuinely wasn't fun to do. It was not fun at all to get hindered and stopped dead in my tracks in my progression by puzzles. It's weird, y'all, because I feel like if puzzles are done right, they can really add to a game. But in part 9, that one door puzzle, I got so livid with it, I had to look it up, I'll admit it. And maybe some of y'all are like, morning key, 0 IQ. Maybe you're right, but I don't know, y'all. Actually, I do know. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the puzzles. That's my opinion. Mine is 0.3. I feel like they wouldn't be as bad if they toned it down. You know, like the puzzles for the Jedi meditation chambers that were side activities with a side reward, those weren't horrible. So yeah, maybe there's something they could do with it, because I know for a fact that there are players, Star Wars fans, who didn't get the game because they didn't want to deal with that. Next, ladies and gentlemen, the story is absolutely amazing. It's so damn good. The surprise with Darth Vader and the seer scene was amazing. Boba Fett wasn't even part of the story really, but he was amazing. All the stuff with Bode was really well done as well. But y'all notice how those are the big things I'm talking about? So the reason I bring that up is because the story is so good, but notice how I didn't say anything there. None of the top 3 moments of this game were about the main villain. So I feel like, again, the story was amazing. The big ass crazy scenes and surprises that Respawn pulled off for this game were awesome. But then also when I think about it, none of the best scenes were the main villain, at least from the marketing. You know, y'all, I'm not saying I could have created a better story than them, but I do feel like there could have been a way where they could make us fans hate Dagon more. I don't know, y'all. Again, maybe this is unfair, but I can't think of a better way they could have done the story, but I do think it's really weird that the main villain was dead before those top amazing moments of the story even happened. So I think I'm going to count that as a slight pacing issue. If you're wondering how I think they could have made us hate Dagon more, I feel like if Dagon could have killed a member of the crew, maybe. I know there's not many options, like literally Marin or Grease. But yeah, they could have found a way to make Dagon, or make us hate Dagon more, where his death and final scene has more effect on us remembering him as you know, the main villain. Because everyone that I've talked to after this game has been like, dude, I hated Bode so damn much. Oh my god, Vader, the way he takes Seer down, I cried. And really no one has been like like I hated Dagon or Dagon's story was so compelling. And maybe you're thinking, Morning, that was just marketing tool to not show us the real villain. Dagon isn't even the main part of the story. Maybe you're right, but I feel like the story was amazing, but that there's something missing where it could have been Revenge of the Sith level Star Wars, and it's just barely below that because it was amazing. It's below Revenge of the Sith level, and I feel like they could have and we're so close to that. I feel like I'm gonna take 0.2 for pacing. And you know, y'all, maybe a year from now I watch this video back and I'm shaking my head at myself like, you idiot. Hey, and if I do disagree with myself eventually, y'all, check the description. I'll edit it. I will. I promise. If I change my mind on my own rating, I'll put it in the description. Overall, y'all, I definitely hit the game hardest for that lie about the free roam 6 planets thing. I need y'all to understand, even though I just mentioned my 3 negatives I'm taking away from the game on, the map design was amazing. The back corner galaxy lore you can find that I wanted when I made those 2 reactions to the trailers, that was absolutely in the game. The upgrading system was fun. The map was way better than JFO. I love that you can fast travel from each med point. The lore was great. The customization was really good too, y'all. I didn't even mention that. What was funny is I have a friend that I have known since we were 7, and he told me when he was watching my videos, he thought it was funny. Anytime that y'all see me open a chest and I got a lightsaber piece or something, I was always like, oh wow, emitter 4, yippee. I was more excited for getting like an old Republic style heavy Jedi armor. My buddy thought it was funny because he was the exact opposite. He loved being able to edit his lightsaber so much. So I would definitely say that is still a massive improvement over JFO and should stay for Jedi 3. The options and accessibility and all those different ways to customize it and make it yourself are great. It's not something that I dive that deep into, but it makes everyone's playthrough feel like their own, and that is definitely a W for the game. I also feel like they did even better than JFO with in-game content. The bounty hunter tree was so much fun, and the ending of that was so rewarding, and they did Boba Fett so well. And knowing that Tamara Morrison is upset and disappointed with Disney not pursuing Boba Fett Season 2 at this time, I was so glad that Respawn was able to invite him back to reprise his role as Boba Fett and do it so perfectly. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I really did love this game. I know that I had 3 times I had to roast it in this review, but genuinely overall, the map design, the story, the customization, the planets, the 2 factories, they were really good, y'all. They really, truly were, and this game was an absolute blast, except for the puzzles. So, y'all, with that, I am going to be giving Jedi Survivor a 9.0 out of 10. I feel like this is a very fair rating. They did amazing, and if some of you agree with my negatives on this game, hey, maybe that's fair, because the game just gets even higher. Either way, it's an A for all of us, I think. And I really do think 9 out of 10 is good too, because that leaves room for when more Star Wars video games stories come out. There's still a way that I can fairly have, over time, all of the Star Wars video game reviews I do match and be able to be on the same review list, if you know what I mean, where they still match across the way. And honestly, since this is the first video game review that's going on my review playlist, this will be a good video for me to come back to and compare other Star Wars stories events. So y'all, if you disagree or if you agree, feel free to drop your own opinions in the comments. Thank you all so much again for your support. If you like the video, do what must be done, and hit that bell to stay notified for Ahsoka episode reviews, more Battlefront content, more Star Wars content to come, Dying Light 2, and more. Thank you all for being here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.